shan't let them harm you. Your feet. Sharp incline is as likely to throw us off balance as it is our enemy.
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint.
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard. 'Tis broken, but methinks there is still a way forward here.
We've got choppers!
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
I shall heal you at once. Halt. A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round our container.
Come to think of it, I learned of a shortcut near here while traveling beyond the rift. Shall we make use of it?
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. Well done, Master.
The day grows darker with our every step.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the beams down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
How did this happen? We must defend the cargo! They're in tenacious spot.
It ought to be cured before we do haste.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait, wait.
It is done.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it. We've come to reclaim armor. These roads have grown ever more perilous. There's even been tell of banditry near the border. If your journey takes you there, you'd do well to stay on your guard.
Pray, follow me.
Choppers, Master!
Of heedlessness.
Stand firm. You are not alone.
Forgive me for being a burden, Arisen.
Our chances of victory are slim. The prudent choice would be to beat a hasty retreat. Quick! The Arisen. You must regain your footing.
Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
You mustn't let this stop you.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Isn't much to go.
Lots to do.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
And with that, our task is done.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
I concur.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Disa's scheme and securing your enthronement.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook. I'd fain sell you this home of mine, if you'd be willing to buy it. Only, don't ask me to lower the price any further. 'Tis as generous as I can make it. Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Shall we get some rest then? Good morrow, everyone.
Clean and tidy. What else needs doing?
Kip just about anywhere.
What to do? Well, that's up. How might I be of service?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tough.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure. I'm a goner.
We'll pull through yet. I've never heard such nonsense.
Encountering this foe here is a most unwelcome surprise.
What's enough? Victory is ours!
This ends here! Show them your mettle!
I shall heal you at once. Halt, if you please.
First and foremost, we'll want to knock it off balance. It will prove a much easier target when lying prone.
Man, all our strength. We must stand together if we are to see victory.
Right in beside you!
It seems we have it range.
Might we not use their ranged archers?
Understood.
Not save our best for to This foe is nigh unstoppable when we must
Sense eyes upon us.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This arisen's both shrewd. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Haha. Glad we understand each other. I'll be on my way then.
We allowed the agent to flee. I cannot help but wonder whether it was the right choice.
Well, no. I'm not sure.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
I've seen better days, that's for sure.
I ought to earn my pay.
What's more, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeeper understands.
Ps5, master! I'll combine my magic with yours. Might cast the spell more quickly.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold! It is pleasantly cool here, what with the canopy overhead.
Let us hope we make it through without incident.
Hang in there, Master! I am coming to assist!
with our next attack. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Take care. We know not what perils this place holds.
Keep stout of heart and clear of mind.
Where you do not succumb to frostbite.
Stay with me. Halt, keep easy.
Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Now that is a surprise. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding.
That's a rare find. Fortune smiles upon us this day.
We shall have to find a use for it.
Now that is a surprise. Let me get that. flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, I've lightened my pack a bit, so I shan't fall behind.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Assailants, Master! Come on, then!
Nicely done!
My curative magics are at your disposal. Halt, if you please.
Give me a moment to think, will you?
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Surely a rest can wait till after we've examined our surroundings.
Many thanks. Take this, with my thanks.
You scared? You should be.
Get my hands on you! Oi!
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I've an inkling. This place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
I will protect you.
Prepare yourself! I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Come on then! Go on, run! I enjoy the chase.
You're not getting
It is not an enemy to be taken lightly. We must strike boldly and with presence of mind.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Are we to remain here?
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
There's not like a campfire to strengthen the...
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Let's not be bothering me for no reason. We've little need for a campsite at present.
We shall be in another world. I learned that a forgotten... We've got choppers!
It is weak to fire!
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Look there. I espy another statue.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
I've just had a thought. Every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Words worth hearing.
We've been traveling together for some time now, haven't we?
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say we forge on together, for as long as we may.
We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled?
Let us examine each path carefully before we decide. This should be of use.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
The villagers' stares are sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rough.
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here, that's for sure. You'd best go. There's no business to be had here.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Aye, I reckon so.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Vermund. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to spend the night.
Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service.
This is it.
Of course. Nothing's free in this world.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. As you like.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmaster. Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you, Sir Arisen. You wonder how I know? For starters, it isn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Know what I mean? I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
All that obscure advice, only to depart with nary a word of explanation. Shall we try doing what she did to us, then?
Fancy a look at my wares?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? As you like, sir.
What brings you here?
Fancy a look at my wares?
What's this all about?
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Don't bring trouble to my door.
Can't say I've any tidings.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
There's something down there. Is it safe to descend?
Oh, well spotted. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
You're the one, then? Fine. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
Thank you, sir.
Not half bad!
That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Well met, sir.
How might I be of service?
Well met, sir.
How might I be of service?
Always a pleasure.
Have we any gold left after that extravagance?
'Twas hardly a loss, if one considers the value of what we have gained.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen? This is generally... used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance? Always a pleasure.
I am honored, Master. This Maester's teaching is a precious gift. I swear I shall make good use of it.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
Sir, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. This spider has woven her web rough. Carefully.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now. Though, would that I could undertake the task myself. But what say you, Your Majesty? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. Perhaps you would consider taking on of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be... What say you? Might you be willing to aid me? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Pawns are permitted to approach the castle but not walk the grounds. I shall accompany you to the entrance.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
We shall remain here.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
best quality a soldier can have is loyalty.
What?
What must needs be done?
Strike now!
Oi! Have a little faith in yourself!
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with three options. Or, Jesus arisen is false. Or, have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah. They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
Hold fast! You have the strength to prevail! That's it.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
What is that smell? I cannot place it. I like to come here when I need a minute to
My apologies, sir, but as you are not a member of this establishment, I cannot permit you through. My apologies, sir, but
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night, and I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me.
Are you of worthy station to be present here?
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Time to be paid.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Perhaps you might provide me with some inspiration.
I don't sense the
Might as well take a look while you're here. Here, eh? Many thanks.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In ba- "'Tis a pity we must part after sharing such a journey.
Feast your eyes on a sight most entrancing.
Well met, sir. How are we to fight with such war? I find any turn. Welcome.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth.
Look, as long as you please. Got to sell what I can while I'm in town. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This isn't much to go on. What are you up to?
Good day, sir.
I always have a warm welcome for a customer.
Welcome to pure and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the... price, just remember, hope to see you again. Well then, how might I be of service? Well met, sir.
Put a price on the piece of bread.
Look, as long as you please.
Want to draw in as many customers as I can.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place?
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
Sure how much longer I can hold out.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Barely drag my ass out of bed. Thought the import ever happened here.
I don't know what to do.
I end up feeling...
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found?
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance, you see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious... Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
What we need now is information. The question is, where to find it.
True enough.
We may benefit from pursuing the information. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
With aught watching me, I swear it.
Time to be heading.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already.
Don't bother talking to me if you've naught to offer.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Treasure?
Not much going on hereabouts.
Good day, sir.
As well I should.
Medicine? Now! This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Wickedness has no home. I know so little of this world, and of myself. A lonely place.
Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults. Please, sir.
Let me get that.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself. Where could Malcolm have gotten off to?
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here. None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
Enough, a few pinches of spices.
Must have taken a wrong.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
We'd best report back. Vaults, eh? Let us inform Sir Kendrick of what we've learned. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
You have our gratitude.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind.
True enough. How are we to get through this door?
Over here. Come look.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here.
The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have brought them here?
Battle is best avoided here.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be.
Can scarce afford to keep us fed these days.
Talk to.
What should I do?
Minute now.
My boy's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle. Can't help it, see a turncoat.
That was all right.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
All my peers seem so much more capable.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern. I've no time for you now. Leave me be.
How might I assist you?
Greetings. Welcome.
I know every face here.
Working this week.
Time to hit the sack.
Quite the predicament.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes? It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I've got to focus. Shift reading.
So, it was not to be. 'Tis no surprise.
Well, have you found some place I might say? Oh, to think such a place existed. Well, guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, as it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deezer's misdeeds. I have attempted to do the same through my own... Would that I could undertake the task myself. What say you, your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn.
'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember... Mine's hope to see you again.
Look, as long as you please.
Would that I could spend all...
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... be glad to assist you. Do come again. There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
I'd more time than I know how to spend.
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
Here we are. We shall remain here. We're here, and none the worse for wear.
I really would have been better off a baker.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word! You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest. But I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
There are few places.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
Barely lift their swords.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
'Twould appear you found evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me. Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
I know not what to make of this.
Queen Regent Deeza appears to be working in concert with this Phasis fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to... For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here. This should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Well met. How might I...
It seems you must attend a palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. 'Twould seem...
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to... survive. Many thanks. I appreciate...
Well met, sir.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... Be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Shall we get some rest then? To this world I return.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. Much to be getting on with. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defense.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. Oh, good. I see the... This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence, and in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
Won't someone do aught about this? I'm the predicament.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
This is where I come when life gets...
Such quietude and blessing.
Just about anyone.
Does life have meaning? Or is all
Such quietude and blessing. Would that all my days were so tranquil. My sword arm could use some work.
Boards after training.
Always sets me to think.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Come now, loosen those purse strings.
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be... The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, 'tis a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
Here
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place. So tight. I can get just about anywhere.
Can't complain. I've no intention of
Sir, how can... What I can do for you?
What's going on over there?
Is there aught you require?
This arm is far from comfortable.
A welcome respite from all that.
I'd sooner stay out and back where it possible.
I'm in it now. No sense getting cold.
Only I can plumb the depths of my own soul.
I only pray my wife without
A place for everyone.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've a day to myself.
hubris is man's worst
This sort of quiet means all's well.
Waiting on that report.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Got to fill this. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Have no fear, master.
I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace.
A
Work
fine
done
place to
graciously
sit and
is
gather
well
on
to
cool.
focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Our first sovereign in decades. At last, we will see the end of the age of proxies.
Indeed. I suppose I'll avail myself of the victuals.
Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
Is this fast truly to the Sovereign's taste?
Mayhap I'll have someone fetch me a cup of tea.
Carried on the wind. With that thought of interest.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently,
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Armate preoccupied just now, if you can't...
Ho there! Faring all...
I'd sooner stay out of Rome if aught goes awry.
Naught but tedious talk of...
So, tell me more of this ox cart. Naught but dreary duty awaits after this.
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
Best mind that tongue afore you lose it.
Listen, I've seen my fair share of noble Arisen. Wastrels and curs, the lot of them.
This one's the genuine article. Surely you've heard tell of how he repelled the dragon in Melv.
Aye, and he's got grievous burns to show for it. I expect that's why he's been up listening to fancy songs and watching dresses twirl for our moon, eh? Makes a man wonder when our true ruler's gonna rise up and deliver us salvation.
Enough of that. Such things are not for common soldiers to question.
Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
Why... No. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
No.
We who are gathered...
Would seem our sovereign...
Surely these festivities are part and parcel of our station.
Armate preoccupied just then.
Just about anywhere.
I've a niggling feeling
They have
I've forgotten
no
something.
right to come to my charges.
Such
Naught but tedious talk of golden gum.
Twouldn't do to...
All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
This is not my intent.
They're the same, tired faces in the same tired frocks.
What is life without a little spice?
just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw. My task is to seek out items of potential value and research them. And 'twas going well too, till I found that door. 'Tis an enigma, forged of strange materials and covered in queer etchings, but my orders are to get to the bottom of it. So back and forth I go on an endless string of expeditions. I grow wearier with every trip, but no closer to an answer.
Whatever am I to do?
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour with the light.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
There's no shame in you.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Always a fresh breeze.
I cannot place it.
Always sets me
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
You take care not to stray so far next time.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Now we must report to Captain Brant. That's the way of things, is it not? A person of import, I take it. Very well. I will lead the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Our road was a long one, but here we...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen... Well, well. He is merely Deeza's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So, the false sovereign, Queen Regent Deeza, and this Phasers fellow are all working together. Quite the sordid trio, eh?
That's odd.
We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Though I cannot enter the palace myself, I will at least escort you to the entrance.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Do you know how long you'll...
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Still a while to go before we shift's over. Is this some
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious.
Mindless labor for mindless men.
Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this.
I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Don't complain, mate. I'm dead on my feet. Oh, such peace. Reigned eternal.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it.
Even the best of us has its limits, I suppose. I fancy a kick, but not at the expense of my duty. Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've a day to myself.
I can see myself.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Won't someone do what about this?
Beg pardon, sir, but see, a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. Understand me? It wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one. and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phaesus. Now there's a name to remember.
Fancy a look at my wares? This really looks a fruit. Weary at this hour, sir? You? Must have quite a tale to tell. You know where to find me. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is.
Oh, have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed? perchance. Do come again.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Come on then! Come on then! Try your luck!
And the car.
What have we let you do?
I'll turn you into a pincushion!
Here we go.
Must focus on fighting victory, whatever our discomfort.
Understood.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
How'd you like that? Not bad, eh? That bloody hurt.
What to do?
Damn dragon. Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are. You will share my destiny and my hunger. Quickly arisen. We must regain your confidence. Well done.
Douse the flames before it is too late.
I'll mind the period sprays. Could do more than sting. Caution, peril approaches.
Striking the head will prove most correct. But these slits a fell substance. Avoid it at all costs.
Be wary. Aught is amiss.
Show yourself!
'Twas a lesson in determination.
Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. 'Tis a style all my own. A patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon. That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style all my... a patchwork of technique.
Let me get that.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Well met.
Looking to make a purchase? Hope to see you again.
Not buying. That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Well met, sir. Out of my mind if it's almost forgot why I came.
I go where fortune whispers, friend.
We're saved. I haven't the words to thank you. We're saved.
Here at the inn, we also offer... I get so few customers, you see, that
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this...
Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
We're saved.
Wasn't sure we'd survive.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
It would allow us to save our strength, assuming we are not attacked, that is.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Furthermore, after we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot, I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
You're in need of a ride? It is now or now.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Must remember to dust the shelves.
Say, do I know you from somewhere?
shame in letting down your hair now and then.
Might as well take it.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Might as well take a look while... You're here, eh? Many thanks.
How might I be of service?
I'm in no hurry to...
This really is fine.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Would that I could spend all day with you. Not care in the world.
Well met.